brothers and sisters that have lost their lives in this dastardly attack. Om Namah Shivaya. What happened in Pahalgam was a cowardly, heinous attack by inhuman elements that claimed innocent lives. Those inhumans have tried to strike at the soul of our country. But they do not realize that India rises even faster and higher when challenged at this very core. The Prime Minister in his statement yesterday said that we will go to any extent. We will search high and low. We will ensure that we terminate such elements that even try and take innocent lives of our countrymen and women. India will rise, I am confident, and I think we all are confident that we, the people of India, stand united across every state, across every faith, and with one voice. And we will answer these elements with the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. My heart goes out to all those who have lost their loved ones, and each one of us extend our heartiest, from the bottom of our hearts, our deepest condolences to every single family member. Seated on the dais with me, my Minister of State, Pemasani ji, Sood Sahib, Mittal Sahib, Ms. Saxena ji, and innovators, scientists, members of our entrepreneurial and startup community, and friends from the media present here today. We gather under this wonderful banner, which in its very title signifies the rise of New India. This third International Quantum Communication Conclave speaks to India's comparative strengths and advantages, speaks to her capabilities. And this IQCC symbolizes India's next giant leap in science and technology. I believe that we today gather here not only in our individual capacity, But we also gather here as trailblazers of a new frontier, a new era, the era of quantum communications. Now imagine a computer that first of all thinks, but also only doesn't think faster, but also thinks differently. And unlike classical computers that use binary bits, ones and zeros that we are used to, quantum computers tap into the extraordinary world of quantum mechanics. So it's the sangam of physics and mathematics. And at their core are qubits. And through a phenomena called superpositioning, they can exist in multiple states at the same time. And what does that mean to a lay person like me? That means that they have the ability to explore countless opportunities and countless problems in split seconds. And therefore, it unlocks what was conventionally the norm, multiple exponents of that in a matter of seconds. But that's only the beginning. It gets more mind-bending. Quantum systems also harness a phenomena called entanglement. So you have superpositioning, but now you also have entanglement, which is a very mysterious situation for us humans, where within qubits, the state of one can instantly influence another, no matter how apart they may be. And this allows machines to handle deeply complex, interconnected problems in ways that traditional computers can never even dream of. So when you put these two phenomena together, superpositioning and entanglement, it then implies a complete transformation in how we solve traditional problems. Quantum computers are not just faster. They can crack challenges that were originally thought insolvable. And quantum computing isn't just another step forward. It is a giant leap that will define innovation, accelerate scientific discovery, and unlock multiple solutions to human problems that were hitherto always thought of as insurmountable. And therefore, the future now is no longer just digital. The future now is quantum. And the ripple effects of quantum computing are already starting to touch not only scientific discovery, but are also starting to touch our lives. Now, for a second, imagine that it takes normally decades to have the next life-saving drug. And it takes years of trials and errors to pass all the FDA norms and so on and so forth. But if you precisely simulate molecular interactions, you can innovate and come up with discoveries in a matter of hours. And what that does is that it not only slashes time and cost, but it also boosts accuracy multiple times. Now, if you move from the area of drug discovery to material science and apply the same principle of quantum mechanics and computing, it's now unlocking atomic level modeling, enabling the creation of lighter, stronger, more efficient materials in the areas of aerospace, in the areas of energy, in the areas of multiple electronics, and much more beyond that. And if you think about it, it's innovation from the inside out, a concept that we've not been used to. The financial sector, which is what my background is, has also not been left untouched. Today, if you talk about risk modeling, fraud detection, portfolio optimization, quantum algorithms have unlocked processes that have simply turned the concept of volatility in the area of finances, turned the concept of volatility into opportunity. And therefore, while we tread down this path, you also now venture into quantum machine learning, where when you apply the concept of AI, it reveals deep amounts of insights into massive data sets, which through quantum technology will fuel breakthroughs in genomics, language processing, personalized medicine, and financial forecasting. Even our cities will benefit from this new technology. When you look at route optimization through quantum computing, the results are huge across multiple spectrums. As Neeraj ji said, it will not only cut traffic congestion, it will also reduce emissions. It will make commuting much smoother. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the quantum era is not coming. It is already here. And it's reshaping our world, one qubit at a time. Now, the government of India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in the last decade, has started heralding change across the globe. India is no longer a follower. India is no longer one that walks with technology evolution. India today has become a leader in inspiring technology evolution. Whether you look at the area of quantum computing, the area of genomics, the area of space, the area of telecommunications, across the board. And similarly, the quantum frontier, one of the 9 national missions launched by the Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council, is not just a scientific pursuit, but it's a bold declaration of our country's intent to lead in one of the most transformative fields for humankind in the days to come. And this no longer is confined to academic whispers, but quantum technology now stands poised to redefine computing, communication, and national security. And with the launch of the National Quantum Mission in April 2023, backed by a huge financial outlay, 6,000 crores of a financial outlay, India has committed to first developing quantum computers with 1,000 qubits, second, ensuring secure quantum communication over 2,000 kilometers, and third, ensuring that we create a thriving research to market ecosystem. Now, as Secretary pointed out, Neeraj Mittal ji and my colleague, Minister of State, reiterated in his statement that this is a double-edged sword. Because in a hyper-connected world, information is power. And it is our responsibility to keep that information, individual, institutional, or national, to keep that information secure. And therefore, that chilling downside that this technology can shatter the very foundation of today's encryption technology. Our current security systems, which are RSA based, rely on factoring large prime numbers. But quantum computers, armed with algorithms like Shri's, can crack those codes not within minutes, but within seconds. And therefore, it's imperative that we stay ahead of the curve. We must ensure that we urgently shift to quantum-safe communication system technologies that can withstand the most powerful quantum attacks. And I'm very proud that CDOT, our own company today, has been at the forefront of developing quantum key distribution, which is a groundbreaking technology for secure communications that relies on the principle of a single photon, the tiniest particle of light, to transmit those encryption keys. And the quantum nature of these particles ensures that any interception attempt alters their state immediately, indicating that there has been a breach. Currently, this is effective over a distance of 100 kilometers, and the reach of QKD is being extended through the use of trusted relay nodes. I read this morning in the Wall Street Journal that institutions internationally have been able to transmit these QKDs over a distance today of 158 miles. And mind you that when you are transmitting the encryption key through photons, there needs to be cryogenically induced mechanisms to keep that system cool to be able to transmit over distances. But this technology, which I just read in the WSJ today, has been done using traditional OFC, traditional computers, without the cryogenically cooling systems over a distance of 158 miles. So innovation today in the world, ladies and gentlemen, is not happening in months or in years. Innovation today is not happening in days. Innovation today is not happening in hours. Innovation today in the world is happening in seconds. And therefore, for all of us, I still remember the words of my professor at Stanford University, at business school, the founder of Intel, Andy Grove, and he said to us two things. The only thing in the world that is constant is change. And the second, he said to us that only the paranoid survive. So we today have to live by both those principles. It's a very important day where the third edition of our conclave is being started today. I must congratulate TEC for always being on that path of discovery, for always bringing the new change in the world to India and to the rest of the world. And this forum, we're not just talking about the future. Please understand, we are building it. And therefore, through this conference, where on the one side we're developing standards by releasing these papers for quantum resilient 5G communications and technology. On the other hand, we're also empowering startups, because along with theory must come practicality. And our Telecom Technology Development Fund, DCIS programs, through these, India is laying the foundation of a telecom system that is secure, that is sovereign, and that is scalable. Now, the United Nations has declared this as the year of quantum, 2025. And India's leadership has been already displayed through the G20, through the WTSA that we hosted last year. And therefore, this conference itself is also a landmark moment where we are indicating that we are setting the pace, where we are indicating that ideas spark revolutions, where we are indicating that partnerships lay the groundwork for global impact, and where the future of communication is reimagined together. Let's envision a world where communication transcends distance. Networks are not just fast, but fortified. Data flows freely, yet remains protected from the threats of an increasingly complex digital landscape. And let's step into the quantum age with boldness, brilliance, and a clear sense of purpose. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of Communication, Shri Jyotiraditya Scindia ji, for your valuable words and guidance. We would again like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Ministers for taking out time from their busy schedules to join us today. Your presence